Hey guys, welcome back to another Crypto Pumps video. On Kaspa lately, I know we're all getting sick of it. We've been hovering between 10 and 20 cent for the last year now or so. On today, we got a little pump, and I think it's because of the Testnet hard fork that happened. It got released on Testnet and it kind of gave us a little pump. We're hovering just under 17 cents. I think any day now we're going to take off or early next year. I'm just waiting for the day because like with a lot of consolidation, like there has to be a big pump after this. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline for Kaspa, and we'll go through a bit of news on it here first. So the Testnet 11 hard fork release is here, and link can be found in the comment below. Please read the instructions in the release and upgrade your Testnet 11 nodes accordingly. The hard fork is set to activate a Testnet 11 at this block number, which will be hit roughly on December 3rd, 2024. Please make sure you update your node to release before then. This release is the first in the Crescendo roadmap and includes all the optimizations the Rusty Kaspa crew has been working on over the past few months. It will allow us to start determining the minimum recommended hardware specs for 10 blocks per second. So this is on testnet. There is another post here where it says the next step is going to be doing it on mainnet. So the idea is testnet 11 is the vanguard for experimenting future mainnet features, while testnet 10 is the network more tightly coupled with mainnet because testnet 10 is actually running at 1 blocks per second, which is what we're at on mainnet. And which will be used for the final hard forking testing right before mainnet activation. So testnet 10 they're going to do the hard fork on and make sure it all runs well before they do the real thing on mainnet. So that's pretty exciting, and I think that's why we got a little bit of a pump today. Just to show you this on my phone, on Kaspa on CoinMarketCap on my mobile, it shows you this. Shows you the Kaspa releases testnet 11 hard fork with crucial updates for Crescendo roadmap requiring testnet 11 node. So that's pretty cool. So that's another thing that Binance have done. They must be watching Kaspa's work closely because they're after putting this up nearly straight away. So that happened this morning, and they put it up, and then you can see we got a little pump. So that's the first blue one I've seen on Kaspa. So that's pretty cool, but for some reason it's not on the desktop version. So have a look on your mobile, see what you think. So the whole Binance, I know there's a lot of stuff going around about Binance listing Kaspa. I do believe it's going to be after the hard fork because hard forks are technical. They can go wrong, and maybe Binance is a bit worried about it. We can see here if I skip ahead the Pyrin one. Now Pyrin is a copy and paste of Kaspa. They went ahead and they copied all the Rusty code and implemented it, but they obviously missed some stuff. And then they were running around telling everybody they were the first proof of work to do 10 blocks per second. But then the whole thing crashed. You can see it here. I think if I go into the log chart, yeah, this is around the day it happened, and the whole thing just went down the tube when they went from 1 block to 10 blocks per second. They did a copy and paste of Kaspa. They weren't ready. They tried to cheat. They tried to go ahead of the Kaspa team and copy all those great people's work and take it for themselves, but obviously it didn't happen and they went down the tube. So, this isn't going to happen with Kaspa. The devs like test and test and test, and this is why they're so slow to get stuff out, developments out there, because they test and then they test again to make sure it's going to be all right. These guys didn't. They rushed and their hard fork went down the tube. So maybe I'm thinking Binance is going to wait for the hard fork to happen and then they'll list, and the hard fork is going to happen in the first quarter of next year. So I think they're going to wait till after that. But the other things about Binance, so they listed Kaspa on futures, as we know, last year. They went ahead and started a mining pool for Kaspa. I think it was in August of this year. And now they're giving incentives from using their mining pool. You get 88, they're splitting up 88,000 Kas between people that mine Bitcoin and Kaspa. So this means they are holding Kaspa somewhere. But you see, the reason the price isn't shooting up, because Kaspa's fair launch, people have to get in there and buy the coin. There was nothing given out. There was no coins pre-mined to give out to exchanges and stuff like that. So Binance has to buy the coins. So to stop the price going up on exchanges, Binance will go over the counter. They'll go to a miner and they will buy the cash straight off them, or they'll go to a Kaspa whale and buy it off them. And both of these ways won't affect the chart, and they'll still be able to accumulate cash at this low price and stop it going up. And then another way that they can do it is starting their own mining pool and mine Kaspa, because if they mine Kaspa to their own mining pool, they won't be charged fees because it's their own mining pool. So that's why I think that Binance definitely has a big bag of Kaspa, and they are going to list it. They need it for liquidity, and they're such a big exchange, they need plenty of it. So it's going to take them time to build that up. And between that and the hard fork, that's when I believe is they're going to list is the first quarter of next year. That's my theory anyway. Let me know in the comments what you think. I did ask Grok, is AI on X as well, what he or she thought. So what AI thinks about Binance Wallet and Trust Wallet being on the Kaspa currency coin market cap. So basically I'm asking it here on the coinmarketcap.com. You can see here you have compatible wallets. You have the Binance Web Wallet and you have Trust Wallet. So both of these are owned by Binance, and they don't list Kaspa yet, but they're here. So is this a hint that they're getting ready to list Kaspa? I asked Grok and it said strategic positioning. By listing these wallets as compatible, Binance might be signaling future intentions or creating a narrative that could influence market perception or encourage market activity around Kaspa, hinting at a potential future listing without making an official announcement. So I'd probably agree with this. They're just hinting at it a little bit. Otherwise, why would they put that up there and you can't store? I know Bitcoin Hoodie, he's a good YouTuber. I talked to him a lot. I know that he found another coin that listed the Binance wallet, but also wasn't listed on it. But I don't think there was Trust Wallet on that one. So they've two wallets on Kaspa now. And there's Pyrin. I showed you that. That was just a fork that went totally wrong, and they're gone now. This is another thing. So this is Kaspalytics. I just wanted to show you one thing here. So there's been a lot of stuff about Mexi manipulating price. This is a lot of the social, like the Kaspa community have telling everybody to take their Kaspa off exchanges because they can't manipulate the price then. So you really should be holding all your Kaspa on cold storage. So the blue line is when it's down. You can see when it went down here that exchanges, it was the minimum amount. It was a low time right down here as well that most people were self-custody their Kaspa. And I think it was around here that KRC20 started, maybe September. Yeah, that exchanges, it went up. So there was more Kaspa held on exchanges, which isn't good. Like number one, an exchange can crash. Number two, an exchange can freeze your accounts. So you need to keep it on cold storage because then that won't happen. And it's very secure, and they could get hacked and you could lose all your Kaspa. So there was a big push to get everybody's Kaspa off exchanges, and you can see it here. It went right down. The reason I'm telling you this as well is that I recommend Canxium. I got the Kaspy Canxium. There's still some of these left. I'll put the link in the description. It's on pre-order. It gets shipped out in January. There also is the Kaspa, a new Kaspa wallet. So the new Canxium Kaspa wallet as well. So that is out. I think that gets shipped out straight away. So I don't have actually a Kaspa wallet. I've ordered my Kaspy. I haven't ordered this one yet, and I have two normal Canxiums, and I keep all my Kaspa on that, so no one can mess with it. On other news, this is called Canxium. This is a proof of work, fair launch, no ICO, no pre-mine, similar to Kaspa, but I have to look more into it. It's very strange. It's an offline mining, so they want to incorporate with Kaspa somehow. I think they have to incorporate with Kaspa mining pools, but give them a look. This is I just like there's a big Medium article here, but I just took the points that mutual benefits for Canxium and Kaspa. This merge mining isn't one-sided. It's designed to provide significant advantages for both ecosystems. So I just highlighted the Kaspa bit. So enhanced miner rewards by merge mining Canxium. Kaspa miners will earn additional rewards without expending extra energy or computational resources, increasing overall profitability. Expanded ecosystem influence. Canxium's integration will introduce Kaspa miners to a new blockchain ecosystem, promoting greater collaboration and shared innovation. Increased visibility, the merge mining partnerships highlights Kaspa's block DAG technology as a cornerstone for decentralized collaboration, attracting more developers and miners to the ecosystem. So it sounds all good. This is the Canxium chart. If we go into the all time, it doesn't look too great. It's down 81%, but it's a proof of work. Like I said, no pre-mine, no ICO, no VCs involved, fair launch. So similar to Kaspa in that way. And the last 7 days is having a bit of a pump. When I found out about this, I stuck $300 on it. If I go into the portfolio here, so it's doubled. I'm up 300, and that's just in a couple of days. I think it started to pump, but mostly started to pump after it announced the link that it's going to do with Kaspa. What else can you see on them? Canxium, this is the founder. We look, not many followers, is not very active. If we go onto the website, you go over to about, they have the team. So I don't know, you'd probably say partially doxed. One guy has a LinkedIn profile. This is the founder again, but it just brings you to Neo Crypto. It doesn't show you his face or his real name. Same with all these guys, they're just all animations. So I don't know if you call that partially doxed. But it's a proof of work. It has, like I said, it's no pre-mine. There's no one there to dump on you. And it hasn't been through a bull run yet either. So that's another positive. So give it a look at Caspium or Canxium and see what you think. Let me know. Proof of work offline. It's a strange one. I have to read up more on it to understand it. But I just threw a few quid on it, just a bit of a DJ and just to give it a go. On other news, Kaspy, which is my biggest holding at the moment, well, it is. It's well above the rest of them. So they needed to raise 30,000 USDT for bitmart, and they raised it in like 1 day or 2 days. It's crazy. Somebody gave $8,000, I think, in one go. So they've reached it in 1 day. So the thing about Kaspy is they have this market maker, and they have all the liquidity there. This market maker, to get onto big exchanges or a number of exchanges, they just require liquidity for it to give to the exchange to use. So they have all that there. But for Bitmart, they want 30,000, and they've raised that in a day or two. So they're going to go on Bitmart as well. As far as I know, they're in talks with Kraken. Gate.io, I think, is another one. And there's probably some other tier ones. They are really getting stuck in there, and they've got a great community. If I was to recommend one KRC20 token to get into, it would be this one. And also, what are they? They've released some merchandise as well. Well, they haven't released it yet. It's coming out. They got some T-shirts, some phone covers, some cups, that kind of thing. Idris, which is one of the part of the team, our first donation for Kaspy, the Bitmart exchange, which is the one I showed you. You can see somebody donated 50,000 Cas, which was 8,000 USDT. So that's some community. So Bort, I had a little bit of Bort. I sold it. I'm thinking about getting back into Bort. I really like the development team. They really work hard, and they do other stuff. They're not just they're a meme with utility. So I think I'm going to get back into Bort. So they started Bort World. I really like it. It's going to be a marketplace where you can swap. You can advertise your KRC20 tokens. It'll come up there now. Trade on Bort Swap trade. So coming soon. So yeah, it's not out yet. So I'm going to connect. I'll hit connect. I'll connect my Casware wallet just to show you. So if I go into wallet, no, portfolio. There you go. It's pretty cool. Like, I like the interface. I know Caspiano is another one. It's worth looking at, but I just prefer the GUI on this one. Like, I really like it. It's easy to see, you know. You can see it gives you your portfolio distribution, gives you your top 4 holdings. You can see it here. Like I said, Kaspy is my biggest one. I have Nacho. I got some Kango. I have K-Paw, Casmic. Casmic is another one. On the thumbnail, you see a Predator one holding a space helmet. Casmic was good enough to make me that and just send it to me. So it usually costs $4. So people say that I'm a shiller and I get paid by Kaspa to talk about Kaspa. It's not true, or anybody else. But the odd time I might get a keyring or somebody does me up some nice artwork, and I do hold Casmic, so I have no problem talking about them. They seem alright. They're very new out. Give a look at them and see what you think on the socials. And they were fair launched as well. So yeah, that's Sport World. They're going to be trading. You should be able to get in here, and when Atomic Swaps is on, you'll be able to swap one KRC20 for another one. So I look forward to that. And last but not least, just to give Kaspa Punks a shout, like these guys are very patient. Like they're still waiting for Casplex to release KR721 for NFTs. I know Nacho was coming out with NFTs, and Nacho is actually also they have a meeting on their positive vibes. I was listening to a little bit. There's a lot of talk about new exchange listings coming up for them as well. So it's very exciting for KRC20, especially when Caspa starts to pump. These KRC20s are going to pump as well. So it's exciting times. But Kaspa Punks, shout out to them. I'm on their whitelist. My name is there. I'm down for like 2 or 3 NFTs. So they are just waiting patiently for KRC 721 for Casplex to release it. And then this will be another thing out. And like I said, Nacho are going to do it as well. And I'm sure I've heard of some other ones going to do NFTs. And then when Sparkle comes out, smart contracts in summer after the hard fork, seemingly all the KRC20 tokens will be integrated over to Sparkle, is what I heard. I think I heard Aspect talk about that. He's the Caspa dev that's looking after Sparkle and smart contracts. But that's everything in the one video. I tried to make it as short as possible. If you found it interesting, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I promise to keep you up to date with all the news or whatever I hear. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it.